vacant stores. Seems like there ain't nobody wants to come down anymore. They're closing down the textile mill across the railroad tracks. On it says they died, rolling boy, ain't coming back to your hometown. Hey everybody, didn't mean to start you out with that, but I had to in a way because Trump has been right all along. Um, we are starved for real information, and I'm so glad that Trump started his 13 days of Facebook Trump, news from the Trump Tower. I have a feeling that there's only probably 7 out there right now that will report the real news. I know, I'm all in white. It's because I had to go do the birds outside and all of that stuff and then take a bath. And my t-shirts are the most comfortable. It should say Trump on it. Here, let's do that. Trump. Maybe I should just paste one on my chest. Anyway, I wanted to talk to you about a few things. First, I know we're all starved for information. Mainstream media is just about killed us now with all their garbage, and we found out today there were at least 65 people in the mainstream media at a Podesta dinner back in 2015. So this stuff's been planned out a long time. So we need to stay focused. If I could say anything to Mr. Trump right now, you know, you're a street fighter. I grew up in Detroit. Most of us blue collar workers and the people that are struggling across this country, we've had to fight our bullies at one time or another, whether we did it ourselves or we sent it through surrogates. You're not like that, Mr. Trump, and I'm so proud of you for not being that way. Because I never walked away from a bully in my life. And these little kids that are being raised that, you know, you need to contact a school or whatever. No, what happened when you went home and you told your dad some guy was picking on you? Whether it be a girl, you know, going to my mother saying this gal is really picking on me, or my brother going to my dad. He said, you'll work it out. And finally, you have enough shit and you fight it. Okay, Donald Trump is not to send some surrogate to fight his wars. He's been a street fighter all of his life. And God bless a street fighter. Because you know what? We don't walk away. And that's what Hillary's trying to get us to do right now, is to walk away from everything that's gone wrong in the last, back to Daddy Bush. So what is it? 17 years of war, 17 years of our kids going off to fight some war because somebody's little pecker doesn't come off as big as the other man's pecker. Or we're walking into countries trying to instill our beliefs on countries that will never, ever believe what we believe. And if they don't want to believe that anymore, it's up to them to fight it. I mean, we had to have our Civil War. Most of you millennial kids will remember it. It was by Mel Gibson. It was a movie, and it was called The Patriots. I highly recommend you go look at that movie again, because then you'll get the idea of what war is. Us older folks that are over 50, we're not going to be fighting this war. You know, not hand-to-hand combat, not in tanks, not getting our legs blown off or our arms, but you will. Whether you're coming fresh out of college, thinking you're going to be a lawyer or some scientist, Hillary's already asked, and she snuck it out there pretty carefully. It was only in one article, in one video that I saw about 4 months ago. They're asking you kids to sign up for war. Hillary needs a war with Russia. These guys are so whacked out in the head that they think that that's the only way to regenerate our economy is a war. But meanwhile, our back door is being flooded by people who will never go into uniform to fight for this country. Muslim, Muslim terrorists, Mexicans will, blacks will, and this is where we need you guys. You guys stood at the party line. You stood at the war front. These guys that are sneaking into this country and being welcomed and sucking your VA money and sucking your, medical care, your housing. Those people never fought in our war. They never fought in their own war. They ran. Okay, remember the yellow stripe down the back. If you believe in what you're doing, would you fight? Well, let's go back to Trump on that. Trump will fight. There's no doubt in my mind, when Biden called him out and said, I'd like to take him in back of the school, he'd have had to pack a lunch because Trump would have kicked the living dog shit out of him. He would do it now. He runs circles around him. He runs circles around all of them. At 70 years old, the man is a powerhouse. Don't you dare take that away from, a man that is up 22 hours a day, 3 shows a day, 3 rallies a day, 3, interviews on radio and various shows away. And here's Hillary, hidden away like an old kitten with a bad tooth. She's not out there. She's got everybody else out there. She got some crazy bitch. What was it, Elizabeth Warren? Do you know what that girl is? That old hag is? She makes $240,000 a year to teach one class. $240,000 a year. Teach one class. And she's been a liberal all of her life. She hated Hillary. Now all of a sudden she's her pal. It's like Bernie Sanders, and that was part of their WikiLeaks. It was to get someone like Bernie out there to gather up the masses, and then he was to drop out, and then Hillary would take it over. I don't even think those kids are that stupid.